Hey everybody, hey, it's Rogelio, and obviously the crew's going on without me, so I wanted to record my inside numbers because the Tigers just swept the Mets, and there's a couple numbers that are worth looking at that I want to chime in on, and that's the play of Zach McKinstry. And the two numbers we're going to look at with him is 38.3 and 23.2. The 38.3 is his hard hit contact, which helps his barrel rate. He's got a barrel rate right now of 14.9, and he has his remaining barrels this year than he did all of last year. He has 7 this year, he had 5 of last year. The 23.2 is his strikeout rate, which is below the league average of 27.9. That plays a big part, perhaps why his X batting average is 290. So, Tigers figured something out from spring training from a guy who batted 097. Gotta give Sky Harris a nod here. And that's my inside number of the week.
Good was Zach McKinstry. I don't have to, Raj picked out a couple numbers that are interesting that I didn't pick out, but just want to give credit to this guy for the people wanted him out of town immediately. They didn't want him to be on the team. He got off to a slow start. They were just like, what's going on? But May 4th, he's leads the team with a 115 WRC plus. And like we said earlier, there's nothing crazy about it, but he just does a little bit of everything well. I think he's third in batting average on the team. He's third in walk rate, fourth in ISO power, tied for first in steals, second in WAR. But the one interesting thing I wanted to talk about, we talked about it in Discord a little bit today, is there's a stat over at Baseball Savant called sweet spot rate, and there is some confusion about that with some people because you naturally kind of think a sweet spot is hitting the ball on the sweet spot of the bat, which is actually what Baseball Savant would call a barrel, basically. But the sweet spot they're talking about is actually the ideal launch angle. So, which in this case is between 8 and 32 degrees. So you can go there and you can look at average launch angle, but you can get a good average launch angle by hitting nothing but pop-ups and nothing but ground balls and be a terrible hitter. But guys who hit the ball consistently in that 80 to 32% or degree sweet spot range tend to hit very well because you don't necessarily even have to hit the ball hard. It's just the perfect launch angle to get over the infield and in front of the outfield. In Zach McKinstry, sure enough, tied for 11th best sweet spot rate in baseball right now at 44.7%. So almost 45% of the balls he puts in play are in that ideal launch angle, which is probably, I don't know. I haven't looked at his career numbers, but it wouldn't shock me if that's something that the Tigers looked into and said, hey, this is a guy who can help. And if anybody's curious, who leads in sweet spot this year, Freddie Freeman is first at 49.5, and then you got Luis Ariz second at 48.4. And so Luis Ariz is a guy that people have been wondering, like he doesn't hit the ball hard at all, but he keeps getting hits, and it's because he has that sweet swing. So I think that's maybe something to keep an eye on with McKinstry. So I thought that was fun.